I've cut the block down underneath, the holding block, and this will fit now in my pattern maker's vise here. I can hold it here like this. I can actually hold it on the side as well, so I can get round the whole carving quite easily. I'm going to have my my subject to hand, roughly at the same level, so that I can eye through, because although I've removed a lot of wood, this is still not into the actual shape. There's a lot of wood to come off still. And what I will do is I will draw my high spot along here as my guide, and I'll probably put in this little bit here because I think that's in the tail, and I'll draw a high spot along here where I think we're not going to take wood away. So I'll do that first, have my model, get my wood ready in the vise, and I'm ready to start carving. The first stage is going to be removing the main bits of wood and getting a sense of where everything is. This is called bosting in. You'll use as big a tool as possible and start taking these corners off. So I'm going from the high spot here, come round here. So I'm trying to feel the shape of the bird with my carving tools, making a bit of a slice and cut like this as I go along. Don't be fooled into thinking that this line here, this high spot, is actually in the middle of the carving, because what we've done is we've projected across, so this line could be anywhere in this plane here, it could be from there to there. And in fact, looking at your model, you'll be able to see that actually it comes more over here like this. In this case, more to this side than that side. So that's an important point. And as you come up here, you can actually start taking that down so that you continue over in one smooth flowing pass. So you start bringing out perhaps a bit here, nothing too modelled. That's our next stage. So when we've got to this, I'm going to start turn it over so I can get at it, and I'm going to start rounding this part off here. The knot here I knew was in the wood when I laid the drawing on, and I thought I would cut it off and lose it, so it was a good use of wood. However, when I look at the knot, now I've cut the bit off here, I can sort of feel that because it's going in here, it's not really as strong as I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a screw right through it, because we're actually across the grain in this direction. You can go right through it, and I've lined that hole up where I think my little rod is going to be when I mount the bird. So I'm going to put that in there first. That's worth being sure that your holding method is really secure. When you come to this block, just imagine this block out of the way. Just bring that line round as if it wasn't there. And you can remove this line that you've drawn, because that will now be a physical high spot. And there's a high spot somewhere down here, of course, which I haven't drawn in, but I'm visualising. And when I've done this side, this corner if you like, the 3, I'm going to flip it over and do this final corner on the other side. So there's the other corner more or less done. Let me just show you what we've got so far. So here's my bird, and you can see that I've cut out, first of all the saw marks. I've joined everything together, so everything's now rounded. A little bit left here, you see that. I've not gone too much into the head, a little bit into the tail here, this bit. That's for a later stage. But what I have done is I've carved across the grain like this, and I've tried to follow the form with my gouge. That's a really important part of the bossing in. So big picture, first good pass, no more corners left. I've even taken away my pencil lines, and now it's looking a little bit like a sort of bird that's in its very rough form.